I challenge any game maker to come up with a game that rewards kids to be empathetic to situations involving other players/game characters, and rewards them for kind gestures and behaviors, and also positively reinforces kindness, politeness, and constructively can problem solve. So Journey, Undertale, Stardew Valley, the entire Fallout series, Minecraft, Animal Crossing, Harvest Moon, and the vast majority of role-playing games made by BioWare. Would you like recommendations? I can keep going, Penny. We can find one to suit your taste, I'm sure. Oh, I already know Penny is there shaking with rage at the thought of someone farming on Stardew Valley. God forbid! Hey everyone, my name is Jake and welcome to Murdered by Words, where we're going to be looking at the best insults, comebacks and put-downs on the internet. If you like these videos, make sure you stick around until the end, okay? And you may as well leave a like on the video if you like it. Just saying. Okay, well, let's get on with the Murdered by Words. Let's go. If God has a plan for everyone, and a fetus is a person, can't abortion just be their plan? No, because that would mean that God planned a murder. He wouldn't do that. Except that one time where he planned the murder of 42 children by summoning 2 bears to maul them to death for making fun of a bald man's head in the Bible. 2 Kings 2:24. Do you read the Bible, or do you just pretend it says whatever you like? Wait, I don't know if this is real, but he summoned a bear to kill children for making fun of a bald head. Was he balding at the time and going through like a midlife crisis? He was like, "Oh, this is not nice." At Jake Paul, oh, you know this is gonna be good. Almost had to clap up Zayn from One Direction because he is a little guy and has an attitude, and basically told me to screw off for no reason when I was being nice to him. Zayn, I know you're reading this. Stop being angry because you came home alone to your big hotel room. Ha ha ha. And then Gigi replies, lol, cause he doesn't care to hang with you and your embarrassing crew of YouTube groupies. Home alone with his best friends like a respectful king cause he has me, sweetie. Unbothered by your irrelevant, ugly ass. Go to bed. I think I can deduce the situation purely from Jake Paul's tweet, and he went up to Zayn, tried to say hello, and Zayn had no idea who he was, so he was like, yeah, okay, bye, and then he got angry and started writing this tweet. Why is my daughter refusing to invite me to her wedding? I've done nothing wrong and just want to experience this major life event with her. Any parent who says, I have done nothing wrong is either lying or insane. Of course you've done stuff wrong, all parents do, but you don't seem to realize it, so you probably keep doing them and you probably haven't apologized to her. But let's look, in your only other question on Quora, you asked, my daughter wants to get an abortion after an accidental impregnating, but she's only 15. I refuse to let her. She needs to be responsible for her actions. How do I convince her that this is a good idea? That's not just wrong, that's very, very wrong. You owe her a profound apology for trying to destroy her life, and probably for a lot of other things too. That's when you know you're screwed, when someone goes into your previous history of what you've posted and quotes you on it. Oh, you're out. At PETA, Steve Irwin was killed while harassing a ray. He dangled his baby while feeding a crocodile and wrestled wild animals who were minding their own business. Today's Google Doodle sends a dangerous, fawning message. Wild animals are entitled to be left alone in their natural habitats. At Jacksepticeye, you're like the kid who wasn't invited to the party, but came anyway and pooped in the pool just to get a reaction. You know, I can totally understand the concept of don't go into wild animals' habitats and annoy them, but Steve Irwin did so much to help, so how can you hate on him? If you're gonna hate on someone, hate on like hunters who shoot them, just hate on them. My mum has a photo of me in her wallet and not of my siblings. She said whenever she faces an obstacle, she looks at my photo and the problem disappears. I felt really touched till she said, she also tells herself, what other problem can be bigger than this one? All the other siblings are like, what? Why don't you have a picture of me? She tells them this and they're like, oh, okay, yep, I'm glad you don't. Ninja. The phrase, it's just a game, is such a weak mindset. You are okay with what happened. Losing, imperfection of a craft. When you stop getting angry after losing, you've lost twice. There's always something to learn and always room for improvement. Never settle. The phrase, "it's just a game," is to counter people who get so upset they ban other users from doing things in a game they usually can't prove, stream sniping, or also getting so upset that they feel the need to scream and holler racial slurs at a child. Of course, I can't possibly expect the guy who essentially said, "esports players should be allowed to get away with more cheating," to understand that pixels on a screen aren't something to lose your head over. In summary, it's just a game, bruh. Okay, I kinda see where Ninja's coming from, where you're like, oh, if you're in a competitive scene, you should get angry and you should try and learn from your mistakes. But for most people, you're playing a game to have fun. We're not playing competitively. Like, I play competitive games, but I don't care if I lose, because it's fun. Huh, it must kind of stink though that you can't run 3 times. Actually, I think it's a good idea. If I ran a 3rd time, it'd be sort of like doing a 3rd Hangover movie. Didn't really work out very well, did it? Pretty sure this is scripted, but that's just amazing, whoever wrote that. I'm also amazed at how many people claim that Bud Light tastes like pee. I mean, do they even realize in order to make the claim that Bud Light tastes like pee, they have to know what pee tastes like? Of course I know what pee tastes like. It's how I get the taste of Bud Light out of my mouth. Literally all beer to me just tastes like pee. I don't know. Vodka is where it's at. I have an immune system. No vaccines needed. OP's mum, you are fully vaccinated. This is embarrassing. What kind of logic is that? Oh, I have an immune system, no vaccines needed. Oh, I guess I have healing skin. No point putting a plaster on it or a bandage. Insulin has become so expensive that as many as 1 in 4 people with diabetes are now skipping life-saving doses. The absurdly high cost of insulin explained. Insulin manufacturers murdered diabetics with price gouging. I fixed the headline for you. Why is it so much? Like, why don't the government just regulate it? Can the government not do that? I presume they probably can, they just don't want to, right? It seems so stupid over there. It's almost as if flooding your country with unskilled workers that don't speak your language and move off welfare is a bad idea. Workers mooch off welfare? But they work. Can you mooch welfare while working? Yeah, Schrodinger's immigrant. Too lazy to work whilst at the same time stealing your job. This isn't too political, right? I can say this without getting in trouble, hopefully. I just think the fact that people go, "Oh, they're stealing my job," "Oh, they're not working, they're so lazy," it's just the dumbest argument ever. Like, no, they work harder than you. That is why they're getting your job. You work just as hard, then you'll get the job. It's simple. It shouldn't be, "Oh, I was born here, so I'm entitled to this. This person came from a foreign country." I don't care. If they come from a foreign country and they work way harder than you, I'm hiring them. They're way better than you. Burger King is testing a sandwich with nothing but French fries, when literally anything would be better on a bun than their beef. Please tell me this is a joke. Yeah, their whole restaurant is. Wendy's, come on, chill. Babe, we need to talk. You owe me a second chance. I remember this one time when I was helping my dad with his gardening, and at the end of the day we were dehydrated and worn out, so we ordered some Indian takeaway and had a few beers. Next morning I woke up absolutely bursting for a poop. Lol. Problem was, because of the Indian food, it was going to be a ring burner, and because I was still dehydrated, it was coming out hard. This was not going to be a pleasant poop, is what I'm saying. So I sat there for like 10-15 minutes trying to push this demon turd out of me. Suffering through the burning, this thing that was topping out the Mohs scale. After a while, I was able to snap it off, but though the turd was gone, its memory lived on. My butt felt distended, stretched into unholy positions, and burned worse than Anakin Skywalker at the end of episode 3. It was the rest of the day before it felt like it returned to normal. But you know what? What? If I had the choice, I would sooner go find that turd, hold it close to me, apologize to it, reassure it that everything was going to be okay, then cram it back into my butt, than give you a second chance. Whoa, yeah, go screw yourself. You see, that right there is a comeback. That's what you want. When someone says that to you, you write an entire story about it. Then they won't message you back. The perfect description of a stormtrooper's aim doesn't exist. I would say your aim is cancer, but cancer actually kills people. God, I'm just bad, okay? Homegirl, leave him. That's my girlfriend. I just preached my first sermon, she recorded it and wanted me to watch what she recorded. Thanks. Baby girl, we 3 years in. I'm good. But we'll pray for you though. Hopefully you find your godly man soon too. OMG, this is the holiest drag I have ever seen. It's like a wholesome murdered by words. We love to see this. But yeah, I can understand them like thinking, oh, he's on his phone at the date. But yeah, if you've been together for like 3 years, that's fine, right? Ha! Have you ever left Canada, kiddo? Actually, I have. I was a Canadian diplomat for 12 years in 5 countries. One in East Asia, one in South Asia, one in East Africa, and one in the Middle East. Been to 60 countries, mostly in the developing world, 22 in East and Southeast Asia, over 10 in Africa, 8 in Central and South Asia, 12 in the Middle East, including the Caucasus, and the rest mostly in Latin America and Eastern Europe. I speak 3 languages fluently, English, French, and Mandarin Chinese. Have a look and scroll down a bit in my comment history. But did government foreign service language training for 3 others, Arabic, Spanish, and Portuguese, and processed visa immigrant applicants for, and personally chose over 50,000 immigrants to Canada in the course of my career. Now, here in Canada, in a private sector exec position in the GTA, I employ immigrants, often newer ones trying to get ahead. You? The guy's like, oh, fair enough. That is one hell of a resume though, I respect that guy. To the individual who stole the bike previously here, if you have a shred of decency, you will return it with a new lock and reevaluate your life choices. Hey bozo, it's illegal to lock your bike to a handicap pole. Check with the city for your bike. They probably removed it so it would not block a wheelchair-accessible van. Duh. And now for some reason, I kinda hope it was stolen. Thanks, so you travel a lot? That's nice, but unless you're gonna take me with, this isn't gonna work out and I'm not interested. I'm looking for a romantic relationship with intimacy. That means meeting on a regular basis. Well, it's my job. I wouldn't expect you to take me to your work. I have at least 12 days off a month though. Okay, so what am I supposed to do? Have other partners while you're away for a month? You seem super classy and all, but I don't think we're a good match. Maybe you can find someone you can see regularly, like a psychiatrist? Best of luck in your future endeavors. To be fair, I completely understand wanting to see someone more than 12 days a month, but implying that you have to cheat on them, probably, yeah, you're not a good fit. But do you know what is a good fit? You click in one of these videos on screen right now. I think it's here, right? I'm pretty sure it's here, unless I get flipped, then it's over here. But it's one of them. Just click a video on screen. And also follow me on social media and stuff. Nice.